So basically, the industry growth of PET polymer, if you look at in India, is currently at around 13-14% CAGR. And globally, it's around 7 to 8% CAGR. India is growing at much faster rates, obviously, because of the India's growth journey, how the population of India is growing, their income, expendable incomes and all. Uh, how we are profiting over here is because since we are into recycled polymers, the more PET is consumed in India, the more we can recycle. And the recycling industry is actually growing at around 15% CAGR today, if you look at. And because of all the sustainability pacts that are going on around the world, the commitments that the big brands are making around sustainability and eco-friendly, solutions, we are getting, a lot of traction and a lot of, feedback from our current clients to ramp up our capacities very aggressively. And that is where we are looking at a very high double digit growth margin, growth today currently for the next couple of years. So and along with that, what we've done is that now we are investing into couple of very extensive, very niche products and very value added products, where the margin profile of the products is quite or much better, I would say, than the traditional textile products that we've been doing so far. So we are now launching value added textiles, value added packaging solutions, which are very difficult to do. There are hardly a handful of manufacturers globally who can do that very well. And since we have cracked and spent so much time in R&D to develop these products, now we are enjoying a very profitable growth journey in them. So that's where we think that we are looking at a very positive growth in the next couple of years.
Hello everyone, we are here with Yash Ji, his director for Ganesha Ecosphere. How are you, sir?
Good. I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, so take us to your journey of
Yeah.
Ganesha
Thank you so much.
Ecosphere. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Please take us to
Yeah.
your journey of Ganesha Ecosphere.
So basically, Ganesha Ecosphere, we have been into recycling of post-consumer waste plastic, majorly PET bottles, from which we drink water, cold drinks, juices, etc., all kinds of, PET-based plastic. We recycle all this waste material into products like recycled polyester fibers and yarns for textile applications. And now we've also very recently started bottle-to-bottle recycling, or so-called the circular economy solution for PET bottles. So we started this back in 1994 in India for the first time, and at that time, there was no recycling that used to happen here in our country, and we were the first ones who actually created and organized the recycling industry of India. We made the whole collection mechanism, designed the whole collection mechanism by connecting with the total the India's Kabadiwala network, rack picker network, and engaged them to collect post-consumer PET plastic waste and bring it to us, where we would then pay them good rates for that, and then use that material to recycle it into valuable materials. So we started our journey back in 1994 with a mere 4,000 ton per annum capacity, and fast forward 30 years. Today, we are the India's largest post-consumer PET bottle waste recycling company, and our cumulative capacity to recycle is around 170,000 tons per annum, is what we've been doing today. Today, we have a market share of around 16 to 18% in the recycling of India's post-consumer waste of PET bottles. Yeah, so that's been our journey so far.
Okay, so what are the unique strengths of the company and what are the milestones achieved by the company?
Sure. So our unique strengths of the company include majorly, number one, the collection of post-consumer waste throughout the country very efficiently. Number one. Then secondly, understanding the nature of this non-standard waste material, because there are no characteristics. It's very difficult to actually characterize how a post-consumer waste would react or would perform with different machines. So our core strength includes understanding that post-consumer waste mix and turning it into very highly valuable standardized resources that also perform and run or satisfy the quality requirements of oil-based or virgin materials that are currently in the system. That's the biggest unique strengths of our company. Then talking about the achievements of our company or the milestones of the company, we have pioneered the waste recycling in India since 1994. Today, we have been able to create recycled polyester fibers and yarns which perform exactly equal to the properties or the parameters of the virgin based or oil based polymers. Similarly, what we have also started now in India is bottle to bottle recycling or circular economy, where we are now recycling the PET bottles back into bottles itself for big brands like FMCG brands like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Bisleri, etc., who use these bottles. And our bottles that we are making from recycled polyester perform, are food safe, and are equally as good as what virgin materials today are. By this, what we've been able to do is we've been able to contribute to climate change, to the environment, because when you switch from virgin polyester, virgin PET to recycled PT, you save a lot of energy, you save a lot of water consumption, you save a lot of resources, you reduce your carbon dioxide emissions by a huge amount, which is a very very positive for our environment, and as well as we are cleaning the waste that is being littered in the environment. So because of these benefits, our products help big major global FMCG brands become a more environmental conscious and a sustainable company in the future.
Okay. So how strong is your brand? And another question related to that is that how many other companies are there which are competing with you, just like you, they are doing the same recycling method?
Yeah, so there are many companies there in India. There are around 25 odd companies who are doing the same process of recycling post-consumer waste into textiles. That has been it's been in place since 30 years now. We were the ones who actually started it. We are very proud of that. And India actually boasts more than 90% recycling rate of post-consumer PET plastic waste bottles today. It's a very very good achievement, and we are very proud that we have been one of the major contributors to that feat as well. So there are many companies, but we boast that we are recognized as one of the best quality and one of
Pioneers.
the pioneers of this of the
Yes.
recycled materials that are available. So yeah, and secondly, also now since we have started the bottle to bottle recycling, we are one of the first ones in India to actually do that. We have created a complete new category of packaging solution in India by introducing recycled PET, replacing virgin PT even in packaging application, which was assumed to be a extremely difficult task until now, and no one had been doing it in India until now. We've started that in India as well since the last 2 years.
Okay. So, and how strong is your brand?
So we are currently working with many renowned global and domestic textile brands. You can name the biggest textile brands you would know in the world. We are working with them for supplying our recycled polyester yarns and fibers in their supply chains. Because of which they are able to launch sustainable apparel, sustainable textiles to the consumers globally. Similarly, now in packaging, we are working with more than 45 global FMCG brands, the largest of brands that you can imagine, and now helping them convert their packaging from oil-based packaging to recycled or very sustainable, eco-friendly packaging as well. So we are a very renowned brand today. We produce one of the best quality recycled materials in India
Okay.
as well as
How
globally.
yeah, yeah. Okay. How do you look at the opportunities?
So opportunities, if in material recycling today, I mean, it is larger than one can even imagine. I mean, if you think from a macro perspective, the resources on our Mother Earth are limited. There is a limited quantity of supply of oil, of metals, of all kinds of materials that they are of resources that we have on the earth, and we cannot just go on to consuming those materials and just disposing them as waste. the waste needs to be taken care of, and the materials, they need to be brought back into the loop, into usage again. Climate change and waste management is a very, very big concern today, and globally, climate change pacts are being signed by countries and by organizations every year to mandate usage of eco-friendly materials. For us particularly, we have embarked on the journey of recycling plastic bottles back into bottles to bring a circular economy solution to the country. And we for instance, aim to replace 50% of the India's PET-based packaging material to recycle PET. PET, for example, is a very, very widely consumed polymer in our day-to-day lives. We drink water from it. We use it in fruit and vegetable packaging. We use it in our clothes every day. If you know polyester, it's another, just another form of PET. As in the country and India is growing, the consumption of this PET polymer is growing at unprecedented rates. So we have embarked on a mission to recycle and replace as much as of virgin material, oil-based PET material as possible with recycled PET.
Okay. What are the expansion plans?
So currently, we already are finishing one of the big expansion plans. So our capacity 2 years before today was 110,000 tons per annum of recycling. In the last 2 years, we've just started a very new plant in Warangal in Telangana state, where we have increased our capacity by another 78,000 tons of material recycling. Which brings our cumulative capacity to 180,000 tons odd of PET recycling today. And in the next 3 years, we plan to increase this capacity to at least 3 lakh tons in PET recycling itself.
Okay. The company is planning any exports?
Yes, definitely. We have been doing exports for many years now, and we will do exports between 10 to 20%. It depends on season to season, product to product. But yes, we've been engaged in exports since long, and we will continue to do it so in the future as well.
Okay. Sir, what would you like to highlight about your financial strengths?
So we are a public listed company. We are listed on both NSE and BSE. We have been listed for a long time. So, we are a publicly owned company. We have many good institutional investors who have backed us. Uh, Even recently, we have closed a big fundraise round of around 500 crores, including 350 crores from qualified institutional investors and 150 crores from the promoters. And these funds we have raised to further fuel our expansions in the PET recycling industry. And we are backed by many qualified institutional investors. You name it. State Bank of India Mutual Fund, Goldman Sachs, East Capital, East Bridge Capital. There are many good, very, very good quality institutional funds who hold our shares as well. So yeah, we're very good so far.
So what would you like to say about quality and R&D?
It's a very good question. And so I think that quality standards, R&D, innovation, these are all interconnected elements which are very, very crucial for the success and sustainability of any organization, be it for that matter in today's competitive landscape. Today there is so much competition out there globally, and if you are not the best at what you do, and if you do not innovate and innovate constantly, you just lose the battle, you just lose the game. I think together, quality standards, R&D, innovation, it forms a very, very good ecosystem that enables the organizations to continuously improve, differentiate themselves in the market, deliver value to their customers. So by prioritizing these elements and integrating them into your business strategy, I think companies can build a very strong foundation for sustainable growth and opportunities.
So who are your blue chip clients?
So we work with many global brands actually. It would be not good for me to actually name them, but some of the biggest global FMCG brands like Coca-Colas and Pepsis and Unilevers. We work in the supply. We don't work with them directly, but we are actually qualified and approved suppliers in their supply chains. So we do supply to the converters or to the manufacturers who manufacture the finished products for these companies. So we supply recycled materials which replace the virgin-based PET materials in the manufacturing processes products for these companies.
So what is the vision of the company?
So the vision of the company, as I had also earlier said, is to grow as a company in specifically, particularly in the pet recycling space, because that's one of our biggest expertises. We are looking at bottle to increasing our bottle to bottle recycling capacity very drastically, and looking to grow at approximately 15 to 20% CAGR growth rates in the next 5 years, 3 to 5 years, as well as we are also looking at to increasing and starting up the textile to textile recycling. We are currently exploring those avenues, even metal recycling. So in fact, material recycling, for that matter, interests us very much, and we have grown and learned how to do that very well. And I think we are going to definitely increase our footprints very aggressively now.
What is your message for the investors?
So for the investors, I would like to say that we are a very well reputed company. We are standing at a cusp of very good, inclusive growth and sustainable growth in the future. The time has come when sustainability has become one of the key priorities and key aspects of the success of any organization, for that matter. And when it comes to that, recycled materials or eco-friendly solutions, climate change solutions, circular economy solutions that we currently offer, they help all these extremely big global brands offset their carbon footprints, and help reduce their footprint to the environments. And that is where, since we are the oldest, the largest, and a organized player, who also deliver the best quality of recycled products, we are getting a lot of traction each and every day. Each and every day we are getting inquiries and contacts from many companies and brands globally, to help them transition into sustainable and eco-friendly materials. So I think that is where currently we are sitting at a very good and profitable growth cycle.
Okay. So how do you look at the future in coming next 3 years?
It's, to be honest, I think it's very positive, since we have already started a new expansion project of our Warangal facility, the financials of which will start to come into play from now onwards. So that's going to be another
Now, that's the March
expansion.
quarter. March quarter.
Yes, from the yes, exactly, from the next quarter itself onwards. So it's now currently running on good operational utilizations. The new plant that we've started in Warangal last year itself, and because of which our top line, bottom line, both is going to expand. And then we are also embarking on another growth cycle, another investment journey as well, which is going to further increase our strengths and presence in the industries, and helping all our customers create more value. So which is going to help us create value as well.
Okay. It was nice talking to you. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and
Thanks.
information.
Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.